I think it started in 2012. This is a really great place for inventors to come and thrive and showcase their inventions. And I want to congratulate all the participants. And I think I heard like about 1,400 participants, especially school participants, over 500. So that's really great. Thank you so much for your interest, your hard work, and I really want to congratulate you all and also wish you all the best. When Professor Karnaratna asked me to give this talk, I was mainly asked to talk about the science and research and development policy for the new government, and that's where I also involved from the very beginning. So I'm going to mainly talk about the policy, and also I will briefly talk about another very interesting commercialization initiation we have been doing as well. So when we talk about research and development, it's a very long, big process. So, inventors, you all at the beginning, you have an idea, you define it, and you test it, design it, brand it, and then fund it, and then take it all the way to the commercialization. So, this whole process is called research and development. So, what is the situation in Sri Lanka? Of course, I always say we have great inventors, great minds, great brains. And there are a lot of research also going around in research centers, universities, but we have actually two main problems, actually three main problems. First of all, this R&D is scattered. It is actually not well organized for national need. And then the outcome of this R&D has not been really utilized for the economic development. And then from the GDP also, we are putting very small amount compared to many other countries. We only put about 0.12% of the GDP. So our policy is mainly based on trying to overcome identify all these weaknesses we have, and then utilize this R&D mechanism to basically achieve the economic prosperity, social well-being, and also the environmental sustainability. So our main principles, of course, giving the support for the inventions and also innovations. And also one unique thing we are trying to do is there are multiple stakeholders in this whole process. The government is there, private sector is there, the international partners are there, and also general public is there. Like in developed countries, we also have all these stakeholders, but the biggest the weakness we had was there's not much interconnectivity between these stakeholders. That is one of the main principles we are trying to create here. So at the same time, we actually identify the priority areas in very roughly in about 6 categories. The first is in the agriculture, fisheries, livestock, basically the food security area, and then health, education, science related, and then the technology related area where IT, AI, energy, engineering, and all those belongs, and then the environment where air, land, water, minerals, all these areas. And then R&D is involved in many other major areas, and then the next is actually applying R&D in this national security, economy, geopolitics, and public foreign affairs. And that area in Sri Lanka, it has not been done much before. This is actually a high sensitive, high security area. And also R&D is not belongs to only the science, but there are a lot of inventions happening in art and human development area, so we consider that area as well. So as I mentioned, we actually trying to interconnect all these stakeholders. How we do that? We actually going to develop a centralized institute and also centralized high-level national commission, and then that actually I will explain in a minute what it does, and then govern the research happening in research institutes, universities, technical colleges, and then take that outcome, run through these high-tech incubator facilities, and then bring in the private sector, and then bring those into the final destination, the outcome. So this is a big cycle. So if I pay attention to this centralized institute, which we call National Institute for Research and Development, NIRD, and then National Research and Development Committee, which is NIRDC, and also this is in the high level, and then we need to reach the ground level. So we are developing research management divisions. So what this research management divisions does is it actually interacts with each of these different ministries and then the research institutes, and then bring those the information and then utilize that for running this whole mechanism. So we have policy and regulation development in the centralized administration, and then bridge it to the ground level to perform the R&D. So this centralized institute has 6 major divisions: interconnected, policy development division, and then feasibility and research prioritization division, and then the project assessment and fund disbursement division, and then the post-award facilitation and monitoring, regulation, and then next is the commercialization and the outcome dissemination division. So here we show the economic and social impact coming out from this whole mechanism. So again, we are going to reach the economic prosperity, social well-being, and also the environmental sustainability. Now, this is kind of a very brief introduction about the government policy, and at the same time, we have initiated a new initiative called National Initiative for R&D Commercialization, NIRDC. So this is where the President also allocated 1 billion rupees from the budget. So basically, idea is to take this completed or near completed research and bring it to the commercialization. Of course, we are working on the supporting the innovation and invention as well as mid-term and long-term goals. So basically, NIRDC is to gap filling effort. So there are 3 major efforts going on here. First is actually we take the near completed research and then give the gap filling funding. And then for completed research, we are trying to match the investors and then complete it. And also sometimes the investors have their projects, but they have some other problems to solve. We try to solve all these. So the overall idea is to bring everything into the commercialization. We have created a website. This has been published. So this is kind of a single window entry. So anyone who has this near completed research projects, you can get in through this website. So this is kind of the overall. I want to talk about mainly the national R&D policy, which is being developed in the Science and Technology Ministry currently, and also our commercialization efforts. So I don't want to take more than time that I have been allocated. So I really again want to really appreciate this Sasak Minimum program, which has been really supportive for a long time for these inventors to come and showcase your inventions. And then I want to thank the Sri Lanka Inventors Commission as well for organizing this event. So I wish you all the best, and I really hope these 3 days you have a lot of inventors to come out and showcase, and also Sri Lanka can learn how much inventors, new inventions are going on in Sri Lanka. So thank you so much.